Hello and welcome to this yoga foundational video for the yoga pose low lunge or Anjaneyasana. This is a great pose that really stretches and lengthens the hip flexors, and it's actually a balance pose. So it's working on those stability muscles to keep you upright and balanced. And we can all use that, especially in our 60s. Balance is always a good thing. It also can strengthen and lengthen our core and our arm muscles. So let's go ahead and get into the fine-tuning alignment for low lunge Anjaneyasana. So for this pose, we'll start in downward facing dog. Go ahead and assume your position for down dog. Now the first thing we're going to do is on an inhale, we'll raise our right leg up to the sky, squaring those hips. Hinging forward into our modified plank here. Bring that knee in and up, and then step that foot up somewhere between your palms. Now, I know you're saying, that's easier said than done, right? So if this is a little difficult for you, you can go ahead and step halfway, and then go ahead and take that foot and just kind of give it a push and a help up there. So low lunge. We have one foot forward. Our knee is bent and aligned over our ankle. The back knee will be lowered to the floor, and the back foot is pressing into the mat. Keeping that alignment in mind, the front knee over the front ankle. Now, I've seen this done. One of the things that happens in this pose is your foot may be too far back and your knee is coming out too far forward ahead of your ankle. So it's really important to keep that alignment. Inch forward, or wherever it feels comfortable for you, just making sure that that knee is over the front ankle. And you can adjust as you go. So the back knee is planted into the mat, back foot is pressing into the mat. And here we're going to go ahead and power up, pulling that energy up. Now you see what happens when you pull up. Sometimes your knee comes back, but we want to keep that mindful alignment of the knee over the ankle. And this is actually what's going to help us with that stretch in the opposite front hip flexor. And also you can see here, you are maybe wobbling a little bit. This is working your balance muscles, your fine muscles, using stability here, working. Now from here, once you've got your legs settled, you're pressing into that front foot, keeping that stability going, pressing that back foot into the mat, pulling those hips square to the front of the mat, reaching up on an in-breath, stretching your arms up to the ceiling, looking up if you can. Now that increases the balance issue here. You can keep your hands at heart center, or you can even place them on your knee. Yogi's choice on hands. Low lunge is typically arms up. Sinking into that stretch, keeping that knee over the front ankle. To come out of this pose, we bring our palms to the mat, plant those palms down, curl that back leg, the back foot, and lift that leg and come back into our three-legged dog and release back to down dog. Now let's take that to the other side. Lifting that opposite leg up for our three-legged dog, going into our low lunge, hinging forward, shoulders over the wrists, bringing that knee in and up, and stepping that front foot somewhere in between your palms. Lower the back knee, plant the top of that back foot, and mindful of your knee over your ankle alignment, we'll go ahead and power that up and rise up. If you need help, you can press into that thigh, bring your hands to the top of the thigh, and breathe. With this pose, you can inhale, and on the exhale, sink a little deeper into that stretch, being mindful again not to bring that knee forward. You're working to stay upright and also deepen the stretch. So if you need to adjust your feet alignment here, you can go ahead and do that. But sinking into that stretch in the front, right, in this case, right hip flexor. From here, you choose your hand alignments, your arms. You can stay at prayer center. Now you want to make sure you're not arching your back too much. If you're trying to protect your spine, you're still keeping that belly hugged in. Arms are at prayer center or up to the ceiling. Gaze can be forward, or to increase the challenge, the balance challenge, gaze up to the ceiling and breathe. To come out, go ahead and plant the palms. Step back into your three-legged dog once more. And release. And there you have it for Anjaneyasana low lunge.